Thank you. Good evening. Welcome back to Roslyn Court. My name's Maureen Butler, and this evening we have John Douglas. Yay! I've also got John Beetham, which will be good. Yeah. So, all of you in here, you're all in the raffle. You at home, if you contribute to the chat or if you donate during this programme, you will be put in the raffle. And what might you win? Well, you might win a CD, what John Douglas has not brought downstairs yet. But it will be here in a minute when he turns up. And if you're watching this after the programme, you can still donate. Just use the PayPal link thing that's running along the bottom of the screen. Thank you. Okay, now today I've been sort of thinking about goodbyes. I don't know why. I can't imagine why I've been thinking about goodbyes. But I thought I would sing a song about goodbyes. So here it is. It's the saddest song in the world. Oh, John, you're very picky. Where is it? That's the second week running. It's very professional here, very professional. You people who haven't been before, yes. Nothing ever goes wrong. Nothing could resist my Nancy, for to see her is to love her. Love but her and love forever. Blindly, never met and never parted. We would never be broken hearted. Fare thee well, my first It's enjoyment, love, and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears, I pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans await Okay, we've got a treat now, which is John Beetham's going to give us a song. Yay! Welcome into the stage. Hurrah! More?
Did you just unplug it? Okay.
I just love the way we share the same guitar. The strap is, it shouldn't work.
Oh, hi everyone. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna do something short and jolly and optimistic. Sort of the
Ruin the mood.
polar opposite.
Ruin the mood.
This is by Leslie Feist. I'm not entirely sure what key. That's not the key. Helping the kids out of their coat. Wait, the babies haven't been born. Oh, 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 oh. Unpacking the bags and setting up. Planting lilacs and buttercups. Oh, oh, oh. But in the meantime, I got it hard. Second floor living without a yard. It maybe isn't till the day my dreams don't match up with my pay. Oh, dirt road, knee-deep snow. I was just wondering if Morag was going to join in there. Watching the fire as we grow. Oh, dirt road. Okay, right, okay. So it goes. Oh, dirt road, mushaboom, mushaboom, knee-deep snow, mushaboom, mushaboom, watching the fire as we grow, mushaboom, mushaboom. Oh, dirt road. Should we try that again? Oh, dirt road, knee-deep snow, mushaboom, mushaboom, watching the fire as we grow. Just two. Knee-deep snow. No, not them. I've got a man to stick it out, or make a home from a rented house. Oh, oh, oh. And we'll collect the moments one by one. Guess that's how the future's done. Oh, oh, oh. How many acres and how much light in the woods and out of sight. I'll talk to the neighbors and tip my cap on a little dirt road belly on the map. Here we go. Oh, dirt road, knee-deep snow, watching the fire as we grow. Oh, church road. How many acres and how much light in the woods and out of sight? I'll talk to the neighbors and tip my cap on a little dirt road barely on the map. Cheers.
Here we go. Thank you, John.
No worries.
If you want to give me like 5 minutes warning, if you want me to sing with you next time, that would be good.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, well,
Song I was singing.
yeah, well, give yourself 5 minutes warning. Yeah. That was lovely. Thank you. And John, we're very good at joining in here. I don't know whether you have any joining any songs. Great. That's good. Okay, could we please welcome to the stage John Douglas? Yay!
To be here. I come down from Glasgow a couple of days ago. I brought the weather with me. I was brought up in a place called Irvine on the west coast of Glasgow, west coast of Scotland, jeez. A little town, kind of an old town, and I spent my teenage years there. And I had to get used to a thing called the knockback. I don't know if you're familiar with the knockback. If your amorous chat is declined. And this first song I'm going to play you is a knockback song. It's a song of rejection, but it's done it's got a righteousness about it. It was the right thing to do. So, if any of you guys have ever been on the end of a knockback, this is for you. It's more so if you've ever had to deliver a knockback. It's a tough gig. I played a gig in Cork, and I was telling them about the knockback, and I asked them if they had a phrase for that, and they said, yeah, the fuck off is the... Excuse my language. So it's called I'm Not the Fella. Don't take me home, you silly little girl. I'm not the fella for you. Don't wait for a sign of hope from me, 'cause I'm not the fella for you. The love that feels lost will one day be found, but you won't find it round here. So go on home and shed your little tears, and don't come around here no more. The forces that rage inside your little heart may pull you, may break you in two. When loneliness grows and blows your world apart, and the yearning comes calling on you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Some of you, I don't know if you're aware, but I've been in a band for about 30 years called the Trash Can Sinatras. Me and my pals, we grew up together. We've been together for a good few decades. And for a while, we were based in a place called Kilmarnock, quite near our hometown, where we had a studio. And, we spent a good few years there, wrote a lot of songs. But the Kilmarnock inspiration run dry at one point. And a friend of ours had a cottage over in Galway, and he says, why don't you go over to Galway and see if that inspires anything? So we thought, okay. So we got in the car, and the journey to Galway meant driving from Kilmarnock down to Holyhead in North Wales and getting a ferry across to Dublin and across to Galway. And this was in the days when folks smoked, and we used to smoke some exotic things. You know, the Rastafarian faith and the kind of tastes that those cats have. We investigated all that. And we didn't realise when we got to Holyhead in North Wales that we'd have to go through the customs. And we had some of that material on us. So we had a little ceremony on the beach. And the wind blew and wafted the aroma from our ceremony up to the customs dudes. So they were waiting for us. And the end result was we had to spend the night in Holyhead. We missed the ferry. So we booked into this hotel in Wales. We're in the bar, and I heard a Scottish accent, and it sort of caught my ear. And I turned around, and there was a big bruiser of a fella up at the bar. And I got chatting to him, and he was from Aberdeen, and I was saying, what are you doing down here in Holyhead in Wales? And he said, I'm a deckhand on the trawlers, and it's the kind of menial level of work. So we have to follow the fish, wherever the fish is. If they're off Aberdeen, I'll be in Aberdeen. Now they're off Holyhead, so I'm down here, and I go out in the boats, and I earn my money, and I send it up to the wife and kids up in Aberdeen. And I got intrigued. I thought, that's a crazy lifestyle. And he told me about it. He said it'd be 2 weeks out on the decks, chucking out the nets, hauling them in. And he showed me his hands, and he had inch-wide rope burns on both hands. Very illustrative of the work. And then he'd spent 2 weeks down in the hold gutting the fish. It was a bit whiffy, it was a bit of a smell. But there wasn't a lot of money in it. So on the side, he sold these weird cigarettes. So we helped him feed the wife and kids. And his lifestyle and the dangers of it and the kind of mood of the fella inspired this song. It's called The Sleeping Policeman, and he helped us out and got rid of our kind of lack of inspiration. I don't know where he is now. I hope he's safe somewhere. This is for him. Cast the nets, he hauls them in. Life and death, it doesn't mean a thing. We're ringing to the bone. The days are chaperone. Slowly the night draws in. I couldn't cut another throat. The ships are dancing for us both. The captain with his hand on extraordinary man, in love with the North Sea's roll. Heave, ho, heave, the trawlers haul us home. Haul us home. Sail us home. Safely home. to a shady, hairy gentleman I know. For a brandy in a glass, he won't remember us. Just get in the car, we'll go over, way over the sleeping policeman's shoulder. Driving home, driving home, driving home, driving home on the back seat. Drive me home, drive me home. Slowly the night draws in. It draws in. Draws in. Draws in. Draws in. Thank you. Thank you very much. Made it out of Kilmarnock. Hey Alison, how you doing? We made it to the big city. Me and the wife and the kids, we live in Glasgow now. And have you been to Glasgow? Anybody been to Glasgow? There you go. It's a beautiful town. It's full of life. We live kind of near the university, so it's full of youth. There's this river of youth that goes by the house every day, and it's a racket. Every accent under the sun, and wonderful, really wonderful. But there's times me and the wife would like to get out of town and get away from the noise, the busyness. We're very lucky in Glasgow because you get in the car and go up the Great Western Road, and 20 minutes later you're out in the hills and the lochs and the calm and the peace. And one night we drove up there, we go up the Great Western Road and you get to Loch Lomond and you go up the left-hand side and the loch's on one side and the hills are on one side. And you can take these little side roads and you can end up in these little peaceful glens. And we did that one time and we came across this old, rusty old steamer, a bit like myself. An old paddle steamer that had seen better days. And, it would just look so peaceful sitting there in the water. It was called The Maid of the Loch, and I wrote a song about the feeling of that. This is called The Maid of the Loch. Mosses on the harbour, green and gold in autumn. If I could find the time, I could fair enjoy them. In the city's evening, thoughts turn to leaving. Follow the sun going down behind the mountain. Sail me away across the water, Maid of the Loch, sail me over. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to interrupt for 1 minute to speak to the people at home. I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. It's fab here. Good sound, great sound. Well done, Nick. And I just wanted to say that we're a small independent venue here, and if you could donate to watch your watching of this this concert this evening, it would be brilliant. And I usually try to make a suggestion to as to how much you could give. And this evening I'm suggesting that when you talk about walking around Loch Lomond and up in those mountainsides, what you really need is some smidge. Because you may be immune to midges, but I am not. Okay. So if you go together with a friend, it's about a £5 that you'd spend on that. And if you could send that to us instead, that would be brilliant. Thank you very much. That would be lovely. Midges, how do you deal with them?
Avoid them at all costs. There's certain times of the year where they're not really there.
Yeah.
You know, maybe earlier on in the summer. Forget it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we go on holiday, we always look for things with our names on. You know, you get cups and things with your name on. You never get anything with Morag. Not even in Scotland, nothing. Except for once, there was a book about Morag, the happy midgie. That was it. Which I absolutely refused to buy. And now listen, us in the room, we are quite lucky because we can buy your CD, which you're going to,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, over there. What about the people at home? Where can they get your CDs and the rest of your merch?
At John Douglas Bandcamp is probably the best place to get it.
Great, lovely, thank you. Back to John.
Thank you, Morag. I'd like to play a kind of newish song. This is about when you're getting to know someone. You want to get it right. You know, when you're in the early days of something, you ask the questions, you want to get everything right. Well, me and my wife, we've been together about 20 odd years, and we're just getting to know each other. I wrote this song about that. It's called Still or Sparkling. Thank you very much. Our eldest boy, he just went through a bit of heartbreak. He's in a long-term relationship with his first girlfriend. He's 30. He's not away in it, but you know. Still, it's painful all the same. And he's there was this horrible stage, the first stage, where he was smashing up everything and getting wrecked and being a mess, shouting and bawling. And now he's at this stage where he's okay. He kind of knows he's went through something. He committed to something, learned a few things. Got a bit more kind of maturity about him. And it reminded me of this song. This is a song I wrote kind of a while back called Leave Me Alone. Similar thing. Quite sure when I have to play until. There's a break when? Fabulous, okay. Okay, so I got a few songs, right? Okay, cool. Let's do. I'll play a song, a love song. I wrote this for my missus. Some songs there's stories behind, you know, there's some sort of build up where you think things and you go to the page and you try and write them down. Other songs that just arrive and you just try and get out of the way. This is one one I got out of the way. And it's like it's a song about old love, not old age love, just like mature love, love where it's cool, you've got to a stage where it's just hitting all the right spots. It's called Always. My autumn heart says I'll love you always. All things will pass, but love, it will last. Even in those small ways, I'll love you always, always together, always forever. So I'll love you always, always you. My autumn heart, it sings no matter what this life brings. We're in this together, all the way forever. So I'll love you always, always you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. And I was telling you about me and the boys in the band. We used to live in Kilmarnock. We had this studio that was ours. It was like a old kind of Victorian tenement building, 2 floors, probably about 16 rooms. It was a big old place. And there was a load of rehearsal rooms, and there was a studio room. Excuse me. But we had facilities. We had a toilet. We had a kitchen. And now and again, things would go wrong with the plumbing or something. So we had a like a handyman guy. And his name, he had this brilliant name. His name was Frank Grizzly. And the name itself was a song to me, so we ended up writing a song about him. His kind of modus operandi was, if we phoned him at night and said, right, the sink's blocked or something, we need you to come round, he'd come round at 8 a.m. the next day, finish the job by 11 a.m. and insist on cash. No matter what the job was or when it happened, that was his working hours. And we couldn't figure it out until at 11 a.m. one of us looked out the window and saw him staggering into the Howard Arms bar next door with the cash, and then coming out like 4 or 5 days later, no, hours later, I'll give him that, staggering up the road. So he just became this sort of mythical figure that was just skating on the edge all the time. He wasn't young, he was a grown man. And he'd go into the Howard Park Arms and he'd hang about with some low-life people, some characters. So I ended up writing a song about him. There's a couple of insects in the song. One of them's a rain beetle. I don't know if you remember or if you get them here, rain beetles. When I was young, there was a little black beetle that used to crawl around, and when the sun hit the back of it, it would have this sort of rainbow effect on its back. And my mother told me that if I stood on one of them, I'd have 5 years bad luck. I think Frank Grizzly stood in about 20 or 30 of those things. So here's a song about him.
Here's a daddy long legs, a crushed rain beetle, slim skinny Jim on the brink again. Under umbrella, slip of a fella, he's gonna turn to the drain. Talking to the boys with dirty fingernails, skinheads and ponytails. Here's a sledgehammer, there's the fingernails. Some dumb suckers going off the rails. Poor daddy long legs washed away in the rain. Just another little business going down the drain. He won't be back here again. Finding a job, losing a job, all in a day. Finding a job, losing a job, drinking the pain. What will the missus say? Poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly. He only wanted a quiet job to do. Poor Mr. Grizzly cried, the angels leaving his side. Finding a job, losing a job, all in a day. Finding a job, losing a job, drinking the pain. Finding a job wasn't what he thought, wasn't what you had in mind. You wanna go home, poor Mr. Grizzly, you can't go home. Poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly. Wanna go home, can't go home. Poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly, poor Mr. Grizzly.
Thank you very much. 25 past, you see? 25. One more, okay. She's the boss. Okay, I'll do you. Here's a trash can song. This is about, it's about, I think it's about being kind of written off some things. Out for a spell I was hated, I'd lost a yard, I was slated. I dug a rug out the dugout, blazing I joined in the turnout. That's no lie at all. Out for a
selected. Lay on the bench unselected. Laughing, I joined in the squabbles. Over the hill, I'm immortal, immortal, immortal. No life at all. I'm immortal. That's no life at all. No life at all. I took a kick in the confidence, down in the tackle I heard. I took a shine to your big size fins. Now all around the subject I skirt. Gingerly, gingerly. That's no life at all, no life at all. Just went out for a spell, went out for a smoke. Took a dive, I was up. I thought my number was up. But I'm immortal. That's no life at all. No life at all. Speaking in tongues, baby. Speaking of tongues, baby. Speaking of tongues, baby. Speaking of tongues, baby. I'm immortal. I'm immortal. Thank you very much.
John's going to do one more song after the raffle.
Okay, all right. It's 16:9.
Somebody's written on the chat and hasn't given their name, 69 something or other, but saw you last night at Green Note.
Scene man, 69
Yeah.
scene man.
All right, okay.
Sorry,
So
Green
you'll have to send me your address.
Oh, is that somewhere on the telly?
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, this is very exciting.
Okay.
The big prize, yeah. That was that. Andy Miles. Is Andy Miles in the room? Andy Miles, you have won the Who Gives a Crap toilet roll. Well done. Yes. Could you pass it?
A long way for that.
Yeah, yeah.
No boy as far as John.
One more song. So we've got one more song from John. Way. Fantastic.
I'll sing you a cover. This is a short one. This is one of my favourite songwriters is an American guy called Tom Waits. And he wrote a beautiful song to his wife, Kathleen. It's a very short song, but it's gorgeous. This is it's called Johnsburg, Illinois.
She's my only true love. She's all that I think of. Look here in my wallet, that's her. She grew up on a farm there. There's a place on my arm where I've written her name next to mine. See, I just can't live without her, and I'm her only boy. She grew up outside the cannery in Johnsburg, Illinois. She's my true love, and I'm her only boy.
John Douglas!
I'll see you in a bit.
Hey! So, people at home, you are now free to do whatever you like. Whatever you like, yes. He's off. He's off. Right. He'll be back, yeah, after the break. Now, I would just like, for the people at home, I would like to thank Jeff on the door, Roger filming, John and Nick doing the sound, G doing the cameras, Lizzie doing the posting in Galashiels, and in her pinny at the bar, Una! Way! Fantastic. Now, next week we have people at home. Next week we have those folk who are American and Australian. They've done a rather good posting on Facebook today, which was good. Did you see it? It was good. It was good, wasn't it? Yes. The following week we've got Martin Carthy, Martin Carthy, which is completely sold out, so don't even think about it. It's on a Friday. It's on a Friday the 7th. Yes, it's not Thursday. It's a Friday the 7th. Thank you, Una. June the 13th, Jennifer Crook. Great. And then we've got a week off. And after that, we've got Kingside Slim on June the 27th, who is always good. Always good value. If he's allowed off the boat, which hopefully he will be. Yeah. Great. Okay. Thank you very much. This is Rosalind Court. Thank you, John, for your song. That was lovely. That was great. Yes. Thank you, John, for your songs. Yeah. My name's Morag Butler, and this is Rosalind Court. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.